Alright, hey guys, what's up? It's Donnie. So this is my Nashville haul video. If you follow my Instagram, then you know that I was in Nashville recently, as well as New Orleans, and also a few months ago, I went on a trip to New York City. These first three records are actually from my New York trip, and I was gonna put these in my last video, but I just realized that I forgot to include them. So I'm gonna do that now in this video, and I guess it kind of makes a little bit more sense in this video. I don't know. It evens everything out, so it all works out. The subway right where we were staying in Brooklyn was closed. Like the line and the station was closed. We had to walk like many blocks to get to this other subway station, and on that walk we passed this guy on the street selling records. He had a lot of good stuff. Some stuff that was really good, but in a kind of iffy condition. He had a few copies of Sgt. Pepper. He had a ton of Beatles albums, but he had a few copies of Sgt. Pepper, and that's kind of like, if I see them, I like to buy them. But I had to pass because I'd rather get these albums that I either don't have or wanted to get as a present. These two I got as a present for my girlfriend. The other one is an album that I didn't have. But so me and my roommate had a total of $19 cash together. So I picked out 5 records, and I managed to talk him to buying 3 of those records for the $19, and that was these 3. So, these first 2 are the ones to my girlfriend. This first one, the Beatles, Please Please Me. It's a very clean copy, but as you can see, digitally remastered. There's really not a point of having digitally remastered records, but it's still cool to have it on vinyl. And would you rather have a digitally remastered copy or no copy? So got that for her. It's in the shrink too. It's pretty clean. This is Beatles for Sale, a stereo copy from the 70s. Now I would really like this one. The other one I'm not that crazy about. That one was mono, but like a remastered version, so it's like kind of dumb. This is stereo. I do not have. I already have a stereo. Please Please Me. I do not have a stereo Beatles for Sale that is in good condition. I think my one might be stereo. I have 2 copies of it. One is an original UK mono. The other one is a really crappy US copy from like the 80s. It's a pretty decent cover. Looks pretty nice. But the record is really nice. Very nice copy of this album. Now this is the one that's for me. A little present for me. This is Johnny Cash's Greatest. I have been looking for Johnny Cash early albums for a while. This one is one that I need, and I was really excited to see this. It is pretty beat up. It has a lot of scratches and scrapes, and it doesn't play very well. But I try to, if I see it and it's for a decent price, I'll get it. If it's beat up and I still really want it. And it's rare, like this album. But, as you can see by this next album, I got a better copy. When I was in Nashville, I went to this record store. And I went to like a ton. If you saw my Instagram, you saw that I went to a ton of record stores in New Orleans. I didn't buy anything, just because a lot of it's kind of expensive, and I'm really trying to save my money. But I went to like the Ernest Tubb record store, and there's nothing really I want to buy. It's overpriced and a lot of new stuff. I went to Third Man Records. They didn't really sell all that much stuff, so I didn't buy anything there, except for my own personal record, which, I'll show you that in a little bit. But so I went to this other record store. I think it's called, the Great Escape is what it's called. And it was suggested to me by my friend who goes to school in Nashville. And this was one of the best record stores that I've been to in a really long time. It's the kind that has a lot of just records sitting out, and you have to actually look through them. So I don't like the idea of all that much of going to a record store and saying, all right, I want the Beatles. So I'm gonna go to the Beatles section. Oh, there's nothing. All right. I kind of like how this record store was, is that they do have it separated like that, but a lot of it's like half of the good stuff is all just, recently added, and then you have to sort through it, look through it, and find the good stuff. And it's like I could spend hours and hours there. And if I ever go back to Nashville, which I'm really hoping to, I really want to just actually do that, because I could spend so much time there looking through that, getting some awesome stuff. And hopefully I'll go back when I actually have a lot more free money to spend. Yeah, I went there. I went in the Johnny Cash section, and there was just a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get. So this one was the most expensive record that I got. There's some other records that were kind of similar in price that I decided not to get, and there was just, there's so much awesome stuff. It's like hard to file it down and just say, all right, I have to not spend that much money. So this one was $16.99, and this is a very nice copy. Both the record and cover are very clean. I think this album's from like 1959, I want to say. And it's really good. And when I was down there, I went to the Johnny Cash Museum. That was really awesome to see. Here's the record, nice Sun label. Very clean copy. And so this next album, I got 2 copies of. One stereo, one mono. This is another Johnny Cash album that I was looking for a while. Have not seen it. They had like 3 or 4 copies of it there, so I bought 2. This is The Fabulous Johnny Cash. I love this cover so much. And when I went to the Johnny Cash Museum, they have this guitar there, and it was just really cool to see that, because he used this on this album cover, and then at least a couple more. He always seemed to have that guitar in the early days. This is on Columbia. I want to say this is like 58, something like that. Now this next one is the stereo version. Well, that one was $5.99. This stereo version is $4.99. The cover is in not as good shape. It has like the hole punches here, but still very nice copy. And then this is the final Johnny Cash that I got. I do not know what year this is from. Still late 50s. Johnny Cash, Songs of Our Soil. Another one that I've been looking for. Now, I believe, the only one that I'm, really dying to get by Johnny Cash is his first album, his Hot and Blue Guitar. So that's the one I'm going to be on the lookout for. And the one time I was at my record store, I saw it hanging up on the wall. But it was in the dollar section before it closed. It was hanging up on the wall, just the cover. Somebody wrote all over it. And it was just sad to see. It was sad to see it and not be able to buy it and see it in such bad shape. It's in pretty good shape. This was $4.99. And then here we have Hank Williams' 40 Greatest Hits. This is a double album. This was $5, but it has a warp, and I didn't play this yet, so I don't know if it skips. I don't think it will, but crossing my fingers. I have 1 or 2 other greatest hits by Hank Williams, but this is the famous one. So this is I've been on the lookout for this, and I was really excited to get this too. So we're down to our last one. This one is only $3. I've not gotten into Donovan at all, really. I've only heard his hits and stuff. So I wanted to try some other stuff by him, but I didn't. In the past, I saw a bunch of albums that I wasn't really crazy about buying, but this one is Mellow Yellow by Donovan. It has a cool cover, and it was only $3, so maybe I'll like it. So now I will show you guys the record that I bought at Third Man Records. 1 second. If you know anything about Third Man Records in Nashville, then you might know about their recording booth thing. Jack White bought this thing a few years ago and fixed it up. It's a 1947 recording booth. So it's a little phone booth kind of thing. You step inside, and there's a little microphone there, and you record directly to a record. And I think actually it, like, you record, it saves the recording, and then after you're done, then it goes back and presses it onto the record. But so I went and I did that. It was like $20 to do, and they have a guitar for you to play there in the store. Well, they put it in this little sleeve, and but they have a guitar there for you to play. And so I did a cover of "I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire" by the Ink Spots. I wanted to do that because that's just a very, the recording is very of the day, and I thought it would sound really cool with this very crackly, old sounding record booth. You have like 2 minutes and 20 seconds to record, and you have one take, and that's it. And so I recorded this little record, and they press it on clear, I don't know, vinyl. It doesn't really seem like vinyl. I don't know. It seems kind of weird. It seems like very plasticky. But there it is. It's really cool just to, I collect all these records. It's just really weird to just actually hear me on a record. This is a really cool experience. Really, it's really cool that Jack White did that and has that for the public. This is the only booth like that in the world, I believe, that you can do it. But so yeah, that's this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please check out my Instagram. Follow me at Don Cole Vinyl. I will see you guys next time. It's probably going to be a long time before I record another video because I'm a poor college student. But I will try to buy stuff for me to show you. Thank you, guys. See you next time.